Hello everyone.
Hello everyone.
We actually forgot to turn on our microphone. So yeah, let's start over, right? So hello everyone.
Hello everyone.
Yeah, this is Justin from Microsoft as a senior cloud advocate.
This is Ian. I'm a developer product marketing manager for APAC based in Korea. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So embarrassing.
No worries.
No problem. No
It
problem.
can happen.
Yeah, it can happen. So Ian, so what are we going to do tonight?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so let's first start how to create Microsoft Cloud account for development, Azure, Microsoft 365, and Power Platform. Before going further, I would like to just briefly explain what Microsoft Cloud is, because many will just think that Microsoft Cloud means Microsoft Azure. That is a little bit correct, but however, that I would like to more clarify that Microsoft Cloud is not only for Microsoft Azure. It includes all kinds of Microsoft cloud products like GitHub or in LinkedIn. For example, then many people, many developers especially, are using GitHub. But today, I would like to just focus on Microsoft Azure, Power Platform, and 365 because Justin is a kind of fusion developer. Fusion developer means that he's an expert how to connect with Microsoft 365 software Azure services and also Microsoft Azure through with Power Platform.
That's correct.
So, okay. So let's start how to create 3 accounts: Microsoft 365, Power Platform, and Microsoft Azure. But I have a question, Justin.
Sure.
Which account should be created first?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we are going to connect Microsoft 365, Microsoft Power Platform, and Microsoft Azure. So as a developers, the Microsoft Azure is the most popular one. But for Azure Business, actually, Microsoft Azure is not the only platform we are going to use. So, but in order to use Microsoft Azure within your Microsoft tenant, then you should be able to create the Microsoft 365 tenant first.
Super great. And then, Justin, let's start.
Yes, let's begin.
Okay, then let's change to Justin's screen. Oh, what is DevKimchi?
Yeah, this devkimchi.com. Yeah, you need to first go to the devkimchi.com. Yeah, as you know, we are Korean. Technically, I'm Australian. Anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, technically. So anyway, so we are to visit my blog post about the devkimchi.com. Then you will be able to see the third post, which is about automatic provisioning for Power Platform hands-on lab environment. Even though the title is a little bit different from what we are going to do tonight, but the basic process to provision all our development environment, which is virtually the same. So let's click into the automatic provisioning for Power Platform hands-on labs environment post. Right? So yeah, let's start. So we are going to start from here. So if you are unsure, then there is actually the PowerShell script here. The one-liner or PowerShell script from this GitHub repository. So I already opened that one. So this is actually the one. So basically, whatever, as soon as your minimum information is ready, run this PowerShell script within your the PowerShell console. Then that's actually all done. But tonight, yeah, life is not simple. So tonight we are going to walk through all this PowerShell script, right? So stay tuned.
Wow, super great.
Yes, yes.
So then, should we start from PowerShell script or then, yeah, please tell me.
But as I said before, we need to create Microsoft 365 tenant first. The good thing is, you don't have to pay for anything. So you can start free trial for 1 month. So as we are all participating in JunctionX hackathon next week, is it this week? Yes, this week.
Yeah,
so this Friday, and you have what is it? you have enough time to practice and develop anything on Microsoft 365 tenant.
Yes,
so
agree.
yeah.
Hope that 1 month is
Yep.
enough to
Yep.
you. Yeah.
Yep. 1 month should be enough. So when you go to the first section is create Microsoft 365 tenant, right? And in here we have the link aka.ms/Office 365 E5 trial. So click that link, then you will be able to see those things here, right? So it says Office 365. Hang on. Yep. So in here, you don't click buy now thing because you have to pay $35 per month. But we are not going to pay for that. In here, instead of click that, we create a free trial here. Then you will be asked to put those information here. So put your personal email here and click the next button. Then you will be asked to put your put your mobile number and briefly about yourself and give the admin account name and tenant name, and everything could be finished. So I will show the information here. So click in here. Oh, yeah, UI has already changed. Wow, yeah, it's quick. So put your email here and everything. So throughout this process, you are not asked to put any of payment details here. So which means it's free of charge.
I see. Just one note that I am following from his instructions. So I will double check whether it really works or not.
Yes, yes. So he's my he's my double checker. So if anything goes wrong, he will probably catch it, right? So yeah, follow it. Then once you finish creating your tenant, then you will be asked to you will be redirected to this screen. So actually here, so I put those things, right? So everything is set for me. Now, so you are redirected to this screen. And here, this is the final setup of your Microsoft 365 the tenant. And here, we don't need to install the Office for now. So let's click the continue. And you can add custom domain for your exercise, but we don't have any custom domain yet. And we are not going to, even if I have the custom domain, we are not going to use it for this trial. So yeah, tick the no button, no radio button, no use a default domain. Then use this, click the use this domain. Now, and we are not going to add anyone, right? We are not going to add anyone. So we just click the do this later. And how do you want to connect to your domain? So my domain is currently Justin JunctionX pre-workshop on Microsoft.com. So you may be your domain may be different, should be different. So I will use this continue. Then now here we can click. Then we can use Microsoft Teams, but yeah, Microsoft Teams. Yeah, you will do it later, and everything is done. So yeah, everything is done. So go to the admin center. So that's it for now.
Great, Justin. Just one note. I'm following his instruction, and then when you join in this trial, then the website asks you a business phone number, but business phone number and your phone number, our general business phone numbers are different. So then you can put a arbitrary or the already modified business phone number. After then you can verify your credit, your identity with your phone number. So because business phone numbers just strictly asks you 10 digits.
Depending on where you are.
Depending on where
Yeah.
you are. Correct.
So if you are in Korea, yeah, the 10-digit number should be fine. But if you are outside Korea, maybe depending on the number of digits, depending on your country. All right. So we finished the setting up the Microsoft 365 tenant. Now what we are going to do is this one. So we finish this part. So hopefully, I hope you, the single of you, every one of you watching this the video has completed this part so far. But yeah, let's leave any comment on the chat window. Then we will follow up. We will catch up your questions. Right? So let me. Oh yeah, there's no question yet, except our complaining our voiceover.
Feel free to share your any kind of questions.
Yeah, any kind of question is fine. There is no stupid questions ever, right? Now, what we are going to, so there is actually an order for the provisioning, right? In here, so there is 5 different steps in here. But we are not following that because this post is about the provisioning Power Platform, the hands-on lab environment. But ours is slightly different. We are not going to that part anyway. We are going to do that part, but we are tweaking the order for now. So first one, we need to be able to use PowerShell on Windows machine, right? If you are running this script on your Windows machine, on your laptop or your computer is the Windows machine, then that shouldn't be an issue. But if you are running this exercise on your MacBook or Mac OS, then you can't actually complete it because the PowerShell script we are going to run is currently Windows only. They are slightly migrating to migrate to the cross-platform PowerShell core, but for now, we have to rely on the Windows machine. So in order to run the Windows machine, we need to create a virtual machine for Windows, right? So the first thing we are going to do is create Azure subscription. So we are going to, let's go to portal.azure.com. And you have already logged into your admin account of your new, the tenant account. So you will be asked, there is no Azure subscription created yet.
Justin, then can I just double check my step?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Wait a second. This is my slide, but let me share my screen. Yeah, I'm currently on this step. So should I add this domain or just using this domain?
Yeah, just to use the onmicrosoft.com domain.
Yeah.
So
by default, onmicrosoftdomain.com is assigned to you. So I will use this domain, and then should I add my teammate now, or that I can?
We can do it later.
I see. So this means that only one team lead or team member needs to follow this.
That's right. As you can see the screen here, this trial tenant has 25 licenses, which means your team member may be up to 25 people, including yourself.
Wow.
But usually, how many people are competing within the hackathon? Like 4 or 5 people would be the maximum?
I'm not sure, but I believe that usually for hackathon, then 4 or 5 members are number of team members.
At the moment, we don't know who will be your team member. So let's leave as it is. So you will be the only member of your tenant.
Yeah, thank you for great information. So if you participate in JunctionX Seoul, then only one team member needs to follow this instruction first.
That's right.
Okay, thank you, Justin. Then let's go back to your screen.
Sure.
Yep.
So once you get into the Azure portal here, you will be able to see this screen because you have no Azure subscription yet. So in here, the leftmost one is start with as a free trial. It's free. So we are not paying anything, right? So in here, click the start button here. Then you will be redirected to another one on the screen to sign up for the free Azure trial. But in here, why is it Japan? Yeah. So we change it to Korea.
Sometimes if we are using VPN or if we are using on different location, then the location.
So depending on your the network range, then you will as a default is it can be your defaulted your country, but sometimes depending on your IP address range here. So everything is that, and here the phone number is not. Is it mandatory? No, it's not mandatory. It's mandatory, maybe. Should I?
Don't worry, that I can hide for you.
Can you open that? So I will move it to my screen.
Sure. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, privacy is very important. So yeah, I don't want to Justin's phone number to be disclosed right now.
Sure.
So just one note that we are following how to create all three accounts, including Microsoft 365, for free trial. After that, then we are following to create Microsoft Azure account. It means that after that, then we will create Microsoft Power Platform account for trial, right?
Yep. And could you open that screen again? So in here, now I passed that part, but this time you will be asked to put your credit card number here. But don't worry, it's just for checking the authenticity that is actually yourself or not. You will be charged nothing, right? So in here, So could you could you change the screen here? So I need to put.
Sure, don't worry.
I need to put my card. I need to put my card.
Yeah, you can join in Microsoft Azure for Microsoft for Student trial, which means that you first need to put your credit card number, but however, then I guarantee that it will not be charged. But please do note that you need to deactivate your account within a month, right? After 1 month, it can be charged, or that you need to stop and delete all the using services, not to be charged more to your existing account.
That's right. So once you finish your hackathon, and then you need to deactivate your subscription. Otherwise, something happening.
So to create Azure account, then where should I start, Justin? So from Microsoft for Student portal, or then according to your site, and then I just see the install Azure AD module.
So first of all, we need to create the virtual machine first. So in order to create the virtual machine, we need to have the Azure subscription.
Yeah, I see. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm also trying to follow as much as possible.
I hate this kind of silence, but
This is my screen, so I just log on Ian and JunctionX with.com. However, that when Justin, you can do and then tell me. So this is Azure portal, so I will try to first switch to all the services and then see my subscription, or then it is a bit difficult to see in my Airflow screen, but however, then when you see this Azure portal, then I can easily search my subscription by searching subscription, but as you see, then I don't have any subscription, which means that I need to create at least one subscription to use Microsoft Azure. But for this this free workshop right now, we usually recommend to create Office 365 trial first, because then we don't want to create many email accounts. So just using Microsoft 365 trial would first create your own email address, and then you can add this your subscription here. For example, Microsoft for Students. Okay, Justin, have you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, I will switch.
Right. Right. So I completed my subscription here. So I created subscription. So I got the free trial here. Yeah. So all you can, so which is good. Now we need to, so the purpose of using this as a subscription is you are going to use any Azure, any services on Microsoft Azure. So in order to use any services, you have to have the Azure subscriptions. Now we've got the free trial, which is for 1 month, and it's about $200 USD. Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, $200 USD, which is around equivalent to around 250,000 won a month. So which should be enough, and that actually plus there are many free services like the free serverless services or something like that. So yeah, which should be enough. Now we are going to create a resource group first. So let's create resource group. JunctionX. Oops. JunctionX. Let's create JunctionX, and here instead of using East US, say Korea. So Korea Central here. Then create a resource group. The all Azure resources we call any instance on Azure is resources. Then every single resource should belong to one resource group. So resource group is a kind of logical unit, grouping unit to hold any sort of Microsoft Azure the services and product. So we need to create the resource group first. So we got the resource group here. So I put the name as a JunctionX. Now within here we need to have the virtual machine. So Windows virtual machine. So Windows 10. So Windows 10 virtual machine here. So Windows 10, Microsoft Windows 10. Any sort of Windows 10 should be fine. So the latest version is Windows 10 Pro version 20H2. So start with set configuration here. And we should be, we put everything as a default. So production, and this is default. So create, continue, and create virtual machine here. So what we are going to do here. So virtual machine name VM JunctionX Justin. So hang on, Justin JunctionX VM. So I will put that here, and no availability. Okay, so availability zone. Yeah, no availability zone here. Yeah, that's fine. Generation 1, size. Okay, as a default, the standard v2. So we just put everything as a default. Then disk. So everything is default. Okay, good. Networking. So we create virtual network, subnet, IP address. Yeah, we leave everything as default, except this one. So select inbound port. We allow RDP, which is remote desktop protocol, which uses 3389 port. But if you open this RDP port and all the hacking the ports around the world is like scanning the port, and your virtual machine is vulnerable to be attacked from this kind of attack. So I would recommend not open RDP, right? When here, so public inbound port none. So set this port none, so that we are not going to open any port. But So I will discuss that later. So everything should be default, and management, yeah, should be fine. Yeah. Leave everything as default. Yep, okay. Advanced. Extension, no, we don't have to create anything. Blah, blah, blah. Nope. Yep. Then everything is done. Oops.
Whoops.
Validation
What
failed.
happened?
What happened? Let's go back. It happened. Sometimes it happened. I might not be checking some sort of checking thing. Okay, what is the thing? Aha, username and password. I didn't put that. Okay, so here, just admin.
Wow.
Wow. Username must not include reserved word. Okay.
I mean, it's not preferred.
VM admin, which is okay. And here password. For now, I will choose. This one. I will choose this one. Okay. The value must be between what?
Yeah, password should be longer.
Okay.
At least 12 characters.
I'm so lazy. Oops. Okay. So this should be fine. So I created the one, then again, review and check. Oh, again, what happened?
Validation failed.
Validation, what sort of validation
Just
did I
don't
miss?
worry. You can review again and then go back and go forth.
It's actually very great, very great. So,
Actually, then I'm following with Justin's all of instructions, but however, then
here we go.
Now I don't have my credit card, so I cannot go proceed. But however, that I see that his instruction works. Just one additional note. So initially, then we thought that student offer should be work up with you. So if you have Microsoft for student offer eligible, and then please try that. But however, then this doesn't mean that you should follow to create Azure with this email address, because when you try to create a new use student offer, then this email address is not your student email address, so it will not go through. So then for this, the free offer should work, but free offer means that you can use with your credit card for free up to $200 for 1 month. So please don't worry. After that, please deactivate your account, your subscription.
Right. So this time, review and create should be fine. Yes. Yes, I check every validation.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Done. So validation passes. Now,
Yeah, it would have pass. Yeah.
so validation passes. So I can now create the virtual machine. So it takes time. So I will walk through again this provisioning order for now. And can I wait for Ian? What Ian is doing?
Yeah, I said then I don't have my credit card right now at the
Right.
moment, so I cannot create free offer. But however, then I'm trying to delegate my subscription from my existing account to this new account. Hope that it works, but
Yeah.
I have not too much tried for this yet.
Okay,
so.
virtual machine itself should be fine. Virtual machine itself, you can create your existing as a subscription.
Sure.
Yep. So what we have done so far is that actually we haven't started this Azure AD module yet because we don't have the Windows environment yet. So what we have done is actually nothing. And what we did is assign the Azure subscription, right? So we got this part done. Now we are creating the Azure virtual machine for Windows virtual machine. So why do we do this? Because we need Windows machine for PowerShell. Because all the Microsoft 365 the command running on PowerShell is Windows only for now.
Wow.
So let's wait. Yeah, done.
Wow.
Not yet.
Well, it is in progress, I
Yeah,
believe.
still in development is progress. Deployment is in progress. Okay. So for now, almost done, except the virtual machine itself. So we can wait another 1 or 2 minutes. Right. Right. There is no question yet.
Yeah. No question means that everyone is following very
Yep,
well.
right on
or
track.
they just at least watching very well.
Yep. Right on track.
Yep.
So I'm the only one having problem now, but the problem solved from the validation error. Okay, still waiting. Yeah, so let's start the explaining. So after we create Windows virtual machine, we need to access to that virtual machine through RDP, right? Then once we get that RDP, then what are we going to do? We need to install the PowerShell module for Microsoft Azure AD module to the PowerShell, so that we can do we can create like the user account. We can create we can assign the roles, and we can assign the permissions, privileges, etc. So this kind of the job process should be done within the Azure AD module, right? So let's do this. Okay, done. So we done. So my virtual machine is ready. So how can I access to that? So connect, go to the connect. Then so can you see that to improve security, enable just-in-time access on this virtual machine, because we basically blocked everything. So even though I created this virtual machine, I cannot access to that. But if I do just-in-time access on this virtual machine, enable this one, then I have 2 hours or 3 hours of time spent to access this one, only from my IP address. Okay, so I just create to improve security, enable just-in-time licensing, blah 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 blah. Okay, what is it? Okay, here we go. What?
Yeah, security center. So you want to validate your security?
Oh, I never see that before.
Wow, yeah. Azure seems to be changing and changing.
Upgrade your security center subscription to enable. Okay. So my free trial is not allowed to enable this virtual.
No, I don't think so.
What does that even mean?
So yeah, a virtual machine has been created, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to connect to this virtual machine
Yep.
with remote desktop.
Mm-hmm.
And then which one would you like to do next?
Uh,
Configuration. Then which thing do you want to see? User data.
Okay, so I'm stuck here. Upgrade your security center subscription to enable. Okay, so I need to this one, or just
Click connect and then it might work, right? Download IDP and connect, or then test your connection, or then I'm not sure.
Yeah, good question. Wow, I'm stuck here.
Wow.
Wow.
Which thing you guys on stock? So yeah, RDP port has been opened, right?
RDP, I blocked RDP because of the security the concern.
The security concern here, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it might happen. Yeah. So RDP connection is not working from here.
The Azure subscription blocked RDP connection. So yeah, in here, so add inbound
Yeah.
port rule. So I just simply add
Okay.
inbound port rule.
Custom and C89 or then
Source port
would you
ranges,
click surface?
testing
Would you click surface on the upper? And then would you click
RDP.
Yeah.
Aha, here we go.
And then add. Yeah, port. Yeah, just would you change RDP or C3? Yeah, okay. Cool.
Yeah, virtual machine is not my area. Yeah. So for now, temporarily I add the RDP connection. So it should be fine. It should be fine. Now, so I download RDP file to my what is it? Document desktop. Okay. So I'll download it and here and oops.
What happened?
Ah.
Can I download the file?
No, it's what happened is I I screwed up myself.
I may give over for just
I screwed up myself.
no worries.
Remote to desktop app. Okay.
Seems like Justin does not have remote desktop application or
Display. So start session in full screen. Feed session to window. Transform retina display. Okay. Device audio folders. Okay. Good.
okay.
So now I am going to add my admin account and password. Then continue. Okay. I should be able to. Oops. What?
Can I share my screen?
Sure.
Yeah. Just and then I want to share my screen like that. So now that I have Azure portal. Wow, great. And then I'm using this email address, but however that I cannot activate my subscription. So just one note, Azure has many features. So I'm now using different Active Directory. Anyway, then I can create a Windows virtual machine or my Windows laptop. Justin is using MacBook and then me is using Windows Surface. So then we want you to show how Azure works, both macOS laptop and also the Windows laptop. Okay, then I will continue to create a virtual machine and then follow up.
Sure.
Thank you, Justin.
No problem. So
Wow.
yeah, so I done. So we don't need anything in here. Just so we accept. Then yep. So everything is done. Now okay. So this is the first time to set up the Windows machine. So yeah, everything is going to set up first. So that's fine. So in here, okay. So we don't need to do anything in here except setting up the PowerShell. So I get here PowerShell.
PowerShell. Wow.
And you make sure you need to open this PowerShell as an administrator, not just the elevated privilege. So open this one as account. Now the problem is you can't actually read. I cannot actually read.
Yeah, please scroll more to enlarge.
So
It will be very great.
font. Is it font? Yep.
Yes, yes.
Can you see that? Is it 28?
Please click apply. Oh, okay.
Okay. Now so I will open the PowerShell screen as an administrator by default. Okay. So can you still, is it still small? I think so.
Better than previously. It will be great if you more enlarge the font size. Apply. Wow.
Okay. So close and make it bigger. Okay.
Yep, much better. Just for note, you need to use PowerShell with administrator mode, because then we are creating something more, right?
Sure. Yep, that's correct. Now, so we got the PowerShell, we got the Windows virtual machine, and we got the PowerShell. Now, what we are going to do is, hang on, so, for your convenience, okay. So we need to install the Azure AD module here. So I'm going to copy this one. So which is install module. So this what this command does is installing Azure module for all users from the PowerShell gallery. And if it is already installed, then overwrite it. So I just copy it and in here. Now it is the installing the PowerShell module today. It takes time. And it says yes. Hang on. What is it?
Yeah, default.
Do you want to PowerShell get
media
install? Yes, you provider. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many have been using PowerShell or not. PowerShell is a kind of shell script supported by Windows-based environments like Windows or Windows Server. It is very similar as Unix or Linux shell script, but however, the command, the list of commands on PowerShell is a kind of verb plus noun. So install module is one command to install a module. And then you can add any kind of argument like minus name or blah, blah, blah. So it's just to install a Azure AD module. Azure AD is a feature for identity and authentication or all identity features supported in Azure. And then this installation will use Microsoft Azure subscription for you. So that's why we have installed this module first.
That's correct. So we completed installing Azure AD module to our PowerShell console. So what's next? So we need to log in to Azure AD as an admin. So the admin means it's not admin to your virtual machine. It's the admin account to your Microsoft 365 tenant, right? So I am going to copy this one. So I'm going to copy this one to the PowerShell. So in here it takes time. So I will put in my screen first. Then I will paste it in here, admin username, okay. So username. And password.
Those are a kind of environment variable for you. For example, then when you are using Linux or Unix-based environment, and you need to put variable name equals and then your actual text. One of the main difference between Linux and PowerShell environment, and then there are two distinguished features. One is that you need to add dollar mark first, and second one is that for Linux and Unix environment, you should not use any space between your variable name and also actual values. But on PowerShell, yeah, it is definitely fine.
Yep. So I set up those things. Then okay. So let's copy here. Clear. Then copy, paste.
Yeah, you need to copy again because then some mouse drag and drop prevented you to directly paste.
Really?
Yep. Yep, like this. One drag happened.
Ah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, great. Oh, is password secure right now?
Yeah, that's fine. So once the exercise is finished, I will destroy my virtual machine anyway. So I logged into Azure AD. So I logged into Azure AD. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create the user account. So as I said, your trial tenant has up to 25 accounts, right? So you used up only one for now because you are an admin. So you still have 24 accounts left, right? So we are going to create all the 24 accounts, but yeah, we don't have to create all the 24 accounts, but like five accounts enough? Yeah, that should be fine. So I will follow this thing. So I will copy. Oops. I will copy. Oops. I will copy.
During that, I just want to share that. Yeah, I'm also using Windows 10 virtual machine. Yeah, I'm following well, right?
Yeah. You are well. You are doing well.
Thank you, Justin.
So you don't have to understand how this PowerShell works for now. You can, if you have enough time, then go back to the GitHub repository and read through all the PowerShell scripts for now. But for this time, I'm just copying this file and put something in here. Say, right, user password, okay. Usage location and 24. 5. Okay, all good. So I'm going to use here. What I'm going to use here, I will create the password of user password, okay, which is all the same as all other the account. And what I'm going to create the username is pp user plus PP user, which stands for Power Platform User.
Power Platform.
Yeah. What the script says is like that. So I'm going to follow just like that. And at the end, so every user account will have PP user plus sequence number. So the sequence number comes from this number. So 1 to 24, right? But we are not going to create all the 24 accounts for now. So I will just create 5 accounts, which means I'm changing this value from 1 to 5. Then we will, so by running this script, we will be able to create only 5 accounts, okay? So I'm going to copy. So every single user has an account name of pp user 01, pp user 02, pp user 03 at your tenant name. and the password will be every account will be the same as user password, right? So it is just for convenience. Now I will copy here, then I will create it. Then yeah, it's created. Wow. So 5 account has already been created. So how can I check it? So let's go back to in here.
Oh, the script looks like on art.
Oops.
Wow.
Where is it? Okay. So when we go to here as a active directory, where is my active directory?
Yeah, what you can find.
Where is my active
You can
directory?
search.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So as an active directory here, then you will be able to see pp user 01, 02, 03, 04, and 05. So this is my the admin account, right? Admin at blah blah, and the other all the 5 account is pp user 01, 02, 03, 04, and 05. We just created, right? And here, this is what we created, but another one I can show you here is active users. When you go back to the Microsoft 365 Admin Center here, so when you go there, okay, here, how can I move it? Okay, so here we go. So all the PP user 01, 02, 03, 04, and 05 users doesn't have licenses yet, except my admin account, because I only created account.
Yes.
Then we need to assign those licenses.
Yeah, how to assign that?
Yep, that's a good question. So let's do that. So what we have done so far is add user account. Then we created the account except the license assigned. Now in here, assign Microsoft 365 roles to user account. So what does that? It's not the licenses yet, because we are going to assign the roles to the user account, which means the role can be like a Power Platform admin or just general user or something like that. Otherwise, even if you have the proper licenses, if you don't have enough role, enough permission, you cannot use it. So this is the one. So what that means is here. So I will explain it just after. So role name is my Power Platform Administrator. So every single account will have the Power Platform Administrator, right? So let's copy this one and put into the PowerShell. Oops. So in here, I will put the one and then done. So every single account will have a PowerShell admin role. Now, what we need to do here is we get the role, then we haven't assigned it yet. Okay, so we have the role object here. Then we need to assign those users. Here we go. Then all done. So every single user has now become a PowerShell or Power Platform admin. Now the next one is license to user account. So give all the licenses to user account. Now, so for now, so this one is the one of the PowerShell script here. So SKU, and we get the SKU. Then, so what we are going to do, I will explain it. So what this one is, the first line SKU is that currently we have only one SKU, which is Enterprise Premium, right? So we are going to use this SKU. then this SKU need to be added to your license. And this license need to be assigned to each user. So this is the one. So the second, the license, and license SKU ID is every license has this SKU ID, right? And this license to assign, this license, so license to assign the object is, we are going to have this license. And this license to assign value is added to each user in here. This is the script, right? So I'm going to copy this value, this script, into the PowerShell again. Then all done. So what's happening then? Now in here, PowerShell Admin Center, we are all unlicensed, and so all the user has been unlicensed now. Now what's going to happen? So refresh the page. Then all the users have now licensed, right? So we get all the license. So which means your team member, which is PP user 1, PP user 02, 03, 04, and 05, will be able to develop Power Platform applications, right? So it's not just for the Microsoft Azure applications, but also your business applications like Power Platform, within the Power Platform, like Power Apps, Power Automate, or Power Virtual Agent, or Power BI, or something like that, okay? So we get all done. So activate, the next one is activate the Microsoft Data Bus for the Power Platform default environment. What does that mean? Is the Power Platform need to activate the default environment. Then that default environment doesn't have database, the database yet, because the Microsoft 365 has their own internal database, which is called the Microsoft Database. So this is not activated by default. So you need to activate this through the PowerShell script, or just on, where is it? Through the UI, right? So for now, for now we are going to use this the PowerShell script as well. So which means for the Power Platform for the Power Platform to enable Microsoft Database, you need to add another PowerShell module called actually two PowerShell modules called the Power Apps Administration and the Power Apps itself, right? So I'm going to add two PowerShell modules into here. So I'm going to add it. And interestingly, this module requires another login, because the Azure AD module requires login for the Azure AD stuff, and this is a Power Platform module, which also requires to do something within the Power Apps environment. So it requires two different login. Right? So we are installing all the things here. So how it's going, Ian?
Yeah, good.
Good.
So far, but yeah, I'm trying slowly. But
Yeah.
I installed a Azure AZ module, and then I'm creating now 5 accounts right now.
Sure. Good. So we completed installing both the Microsoft Power Apps Administration module and Power Apps module itself. So we are all good to go. Now, as I said, we need to connect to the PowerShell account, Power Apps account. Now, login. Oh, what happened? What happened? Login failed. That's fine. It's expected here. That's fine. It's expected here because we have two different modules. Sometimes it happens. So I'm not sure why it happens, but sometimes it happens. So how to fix that out? Yeah, the solution is simple. We can open another PowerShell module, another PowerShell console here. Simple. Yeah. Now in here, what are we going to do? So in here, we need to add which one? Admin UPN, admin password, admin UPN, admin password. Okay. Admin UPN, admin password. Okay. So I'm going to use this value, then log in again. Okay, logged in. So which is good. So for your PowerShell related the job, you need to create another PowerShell console, which doesn't share the existing session details. So that's why we can log into different console. Okay. So we all done. So now run this PowerShell script again. So what that means is, I will explain it. So as I said, PowerShell, Power Apps, Power Platform or Power Apps has their own environment. Environment is kind of the sandbox account. So if you build one application, Power App or Power Automate application in one environment, that cannot be shared by another environment unless you allow it. So which is kind of the kind of border of the security reason. So, but every single tenant has at least one environment, which is called the default environment. So, but as I said, that environment hasn't activated the Microsoft Dataverse database yet. So what we are going to do now is to activate those the Dataverse thing, right? So I'm going to run this script again in here within the Power Apps environment. Then, oops. Oh, okay. So what happened?
No worries.
Oh, okay.
Environment name is not valid, or location name is empty.
What?
How did you say location?
Well, location.
Yeah, would you debug PAEMV variable?
Okay. You are actually a good debugger.
Yeah, so just time. Yeah.
Okay, in here it has no environment. Okay, wow, interesting. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We don't have to worry about that. In here now we can use the Power Platform here. We can use Power Apps. Yeah, we can use the UI now. So we don't have to worry about that. Yep. So that's fine. So here, so what I did was, this is admin center. Then click this the 9 dots button here, and you can see the all the apps here. If you don't see that, go to all apps link here. Then you will be able to see those Power Apps here. Then open this Power Apps. then you will be able to see this Power Apps Studio. Right? In here, as you can see here, environment. This is default environment. Right? This is default environment. But when you go there, admin center, when you go to admin center, it says it doesn't have the environment. So, I mean, it doesn't have database yet. So we'll see in here, right? So this is my default environment. When I click this, then it says database doesn't have it, doesn't exist yet. So I can add database here. So for now, I'm just using as a default one, right? So just add here. Then, oops, multiple errors account. What is it? What is it?
Add request.
I never see that before.
Wow.
Wow.
Why?
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 Why? Why? View account. Okay. I can see. Let's see my account. Oh. As a portal here. When I see my account here, member, job info, location, undefined. I think I have all the location here, all the location value. Why I don't have that value?
What happened?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, just let me share my screen. Yeah, I created total 5 accounts.
Nice one. Nice one. Yeah.
I'm following well. Although, honestly, for me, PowerShell is not easy. I have been using PowerShell up to 5 to 6 years ago. So yeah, I'm not very familiar with PowerShell, but yeah, I could easily see. Then first of all, you need to double check tenant name variable also. So tenant name variable is this part, JunctionX Seoul with EM. Yeah, right now this part, and also then you need to from Justin's script, and then he use a dollar as a kind of one of characters for the password. So then Justin escaped on the this tilde character. So if you just double check, and then you can easily debug the PowerShell script.
Yep. So within PowerShell, the $sign is the reserved the word. So that's actually if you want to use $sign for your password, then you need to escape it. So within the PowerShell, escaping character is backtick, which is left-hand side of the keyboard, your keyboard, right? Now I need to figure out how we can activate the Microsoft Data Bus. Actually, we don't have to activate it for now. So I'm not really concerned about the activating the Microsoft Data Bus yet. But let's see. It's related to the location value, because we don't, when we see our screen here, we don't have any environment name, we don't have any location, we don't have the currency name here. So I think that's because of that. Probably I'm going to stop here, because as I said, the creating Microsoft Data Bus database is not critical for your development environment setup. So yeah, I think that's it for now.
Cool. So yeah, any other top of mind, Justin? Participants?
So we finished it, and here I can assign my trial as a subscription to my to my team members. But as I said, as long as you log into as a portal with the PP user 01 account, then you will be able to create your own as a subscription, as a trial version. So that means the running this kind of the practice is sharing your the initial $200 with your admin. But if you create your own as a subscription, and you will have whole $200 for yourself. So I think I think it's better to use your own subscription for trial. So remember that when you finish your JunctionX the hackathon, you have disabled the Azure subscription. Otherwise, you at the end of the month, and you might be surprised with your the subscription charge.
Yeah, thank you, Justin. So before finishing, then I would like to share a few also key summaries. So first of all, Microsoft Cloud does not mean Microsoft Azure itself. Yeah, Microsoft Cloud means lots of Microsoft Cloud products, including Azure, Office 365, Microsoft 365, and Power Platform. But it is not limited. For example, then GitHub or then some other LinkedIn or the other products. So yeah, this is one. And second one is then you can of course directly create your Azure subscription from your email address. But however, this time that we want you to emphasize how your account can be interconnected each other. For example, then you can create Microsoft 365 account, and also then you can create Azure account, and then how Power Platform can be connected together. So then we demonstrate for the first time. We first created Microsoft 365 trial, and second Microsoft Azure account on the top of Microsoft 365, and then third one, then we created Power Platform developer plan. But please ensure that you need to think about Dataverse. This is the key point for when you intercorrelate those three accounts, right?
Yes. Sorry for inconvenience.
Yeah, no, it can happen on live streaming. So this is real live streaming. So then, just one additional thing. I really never tried such instructions. So far that I am following so well, although that I'm not now 100% familiar with PowerShell script, but I'm sure that this instruction should work. But if you think that you are not still familiar with PowerShell, please don't worry. Actually, then you can manually create. But the main purpose for this pre-workshop is that there can be, we are assuming that there can be many different team members. So all team members do not have to iterate. So that only just one team member can do for other team members. That's right. Is our main intention. So please keep in mind and hope that this first pre-workshop session is useful. And the next session is to...
Can you change your...
Sure.
Yep.
Then next session is another pre-event workshop for automatic business workflow with Power Platform. So this is a live streaming place. So after just 5-minute break, then the second speaker will appear very soon. So see you soon.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
See you soon.
I'm Mina Jin. In this session, I want to share my experiences how I built a pretty good website and automated solutions for dealing with repetitive tasks without complicated computer codes. So I'm going to walk you through how to apply automated process to my business workflow with Microsoft Power Platform. So we handle numerous workloads that are generally simple and repetitive, but consume more than a day. So for example, your marketing department needs to crawl all the relevant marketing news on websites every day and prepare relevant events for your customers. Is there a way to automate simple and repetitive tasks? So we should find out. So in my case, I've tried to find any solutions to automate my business workflows. Finally, I have got the answer. I have experienced the automated process by using Microsoft Power Platform for event arrangements. So for event arrangements, are there so many events in the world, right? In particular, when working in the marketing department, you need to prepare, guide, and register participants. It is not easy to take care of all without missing one participant, especially if you have more than 100 participants. Also, doing one by one may take a long time, and some registrations may be omitted. So you're going to have lots of considerations for event arrangements. So for example, especially you have to deal with personal information that is considered as an important confidential document. So make sure to keep it safe in a secure storage. This time, we will automate the registration process for attendees to participate in these events and the notification email. Of course, the personal information of the participants should be carefully stored, right? Some of you guys wonder how I was able to automate this process and what kind of computer programs I built with this with. You can guess a particular RPA or applications for automatic process. So Power Platform is one of the answers for automated processes. So you can automate the process of event arrangements. Of course, this process can be solved using a variety of other methods or options. It can be created using Azure Cloud or other products in Azure as well. But I wanted to solve a repetitive problem with a simple and low-coded solution. So my answer is actually the Power Platform. This is my thing. Power Platform is one of the answers, and I decided to make the workflow easy and simple. Of course, I can take other options like using Azure products too. I just want to show you this can be solutions to simplify your business operations. Then I'd like to introduce you to Power Platform. This is a simple question. What is it? Power Platform. Then Microsoft Power Platform allows you to work together to meet challenges efficiently, analyze data, build solutions, automate processes, and create virtual agents. Actually, in my workflow of the event registration, I use only Power Apps and Power Automate, but you can use it all. Power Apps turns your idea into organizational solutions by enabling everyone to build custom apps that solve business challenges. The second one is Power Automate. Power Automate can boost business productivity to get more done by giving everyone the ability to automate organizational processes. Power BI makes informed, confident business decisions by putting data-driven insights into everyone's hands. So Power Virtual Agents easily build chatbots to engage conversationally with your customers and employees. No coding required. So why we should use Power Platform? Microsoft Power Platform is an inclusive technology. Its ease of use creates a culture of innovation, helping you realize untapped value you couldn't access before. So Power Platform has a compatibility and a scalability. The Power Platform is based on all of the Microsoft products. So if you have Office 365 or Microsoft 365, you can easily connect and expand your apps. Power Platform users can easily and quickly implement database like SharePoint, which can store and control applicant information from external sites. Of course, third parties such as Google Maps provides API, so it can allow you to connect the according data via Power Platform. So moreover, Power Platform has security and sensitive information management as well. Only members in the same organization can access the organization's database, and only a few with access rights can access sensitive information, and it can be safely destroyed after a certain period of time. So finally, Power Platform is fast and efficient. It is highly scalable and can create apps and flows quickly and easily. So you can smooth out your workflow with simple iterations in Power Platform. So how was I able to apply Power Platform into my hands-on workflow? So I can show you. So it was really easy. Just open YouTube and search the Power Platform. Hundreds of Power Platform videos are for you. So I practiced the hands-on process and the tutorials for several times. So YouTube and Microsoft Docs lead you into Microsoft Power Platform. So let's get to the point. I can walk you through the hands-on process with Microsoft Power Platform. To support the process for event arrangements, we need to prepare lots of things. So I need all of these. I need a website for participants to get noticed on, and I need to record speakers, volunteers as well. Plus, registration form and schedule guidance for participants and materials for the event I need as well. After the event is over, I need Q&A forms and retrospective questionnaires. So Microsoft 365 and Power Platform can support these work processes. So I'd like to show you the global events that I made. This is the website I built. This is the landing page. It looks really amazing and decent. But you have to consider when the number. You have to consider lots of pain points when you run the business operations. For example, you have to consider when the number of event attendees exceeds 100. More, not only attendees but also speakers, proctors, and volunteers should be taken care of. And also consider when the participants' personal information must be stored carefully. There should be no missing information. You need to also centralize the system that can be processed at once. So Power Platform can help you. It is the answer. So then, how can I solve the problems and the pain points by just making the workflows? In the workflow, process of the event arrangement. So then we should make a guide website first. And let's make a registration form for participants. And also the contents of the application form must be saved in the database as well. The database should be made accessible only to people in charge. Event meeting schedule should be created as an ICF file with Outlook. When the application form is completed, the content is automatically saved in the database, and an email is automatically sent to the creator of the registration form to send the schedule and event URL together. So it is the most important thing to know for sure what computer programs you need in consideration of the overall business flow. So actually, I've tried trials and errors. Through the several trials and errors, I was able to decide what programs and applications I need to build the entire architecture, considering how I can save the time to make a website, registration forms, and the database. So I have tried, to find an easy, simple, and efficient way. So with lots of further steps, I was definitely sure that data access must be available only to people in charge as well. And I thought I have to use Outlook calendar with Teams for video conferencing. To find a better and easy flow, I decided to use Power Automate for the automated process. Through the several tries, I finally, within 90 minutes, I could create an event website with a Power Apps portal, completed the Microsoft form for the participant information, and also I could create schedules and ICS files too. Then, uploading ICS schedule files to SharePoint to create and also to create a SharePoint list to contain participants' information. And then I have to create an automatic flow with Power Automate, and then so it also activates to send an event email automatically to participants, including Teams URL. So of course, it is the most important thing to know for sure what process you need in consideration of the overall business flow. Please, for your information, please inform that I've implemented this workflow in my study group account since business operations are considered confidential, and also I referred to the YouTube video presented by John Moore. So in the workflow, you're going to be asked to the questions as the start. Do you want to register the events in the forms via portal? So if it is yes, then it leads you to the event registration form. And then, after getting the responses from the form, the email address that participant submitted should be checked if it is valid or not. Only then the email is valid, the response details are extracted and being sent to SharePoint list to save all the information. In the following step, when either session 1 or session 2 is selected, an email will be sent with the content of what you have chosen. So there is a first step. So we need to make an event website. So actually there are 5 steps to follow to automate all business flows. The first step is to build an event website so that participants and attendees or all relative people can get informed details in regards to the event. Event website provides event information in the Power Apps portal. So you can create a landing page and the event registration page. In the event registration page, you can link the form URL for event registration with a hyperlink. This is the event registration page. In the event registration page, link the form URL. So you can just by clicking and you can go to the form that you've made for the event. So this is the Power Apps portal, and you can build this website in this Power Apps. For your information, Power Apps is a high productivity deployment platform for business apps, and it has three major components: campus apps, model-driven apps, and portals. So Canvas apps starts with your user experience, crafting a highly tailored interface with the power of a blank canvas and connecting it to your choice of more than 200 data sources. So you can build Canvas apps for app, web, mobile, and tablet applications. Model-driven apps starts with your data model, building up from the shape of your core business data and the processes in the Dataverse to make model forms, views, and other components. So model-driven apps automatically generate a great UI that is responsive across devices. So the third one is portal. Portals helps you create external-facing websites that allows users outside your organization to sign in with a wide variety of identities, create and view data in Dataverse, or even browse content anonymously. So actually, the portal is the Power Apps category that I've used for building the website. Then I think you might want to know how I build this. So it is really simple and easy. Just go to the portal Power Apps to build this website. So, and click the menu button, create, and choose a portal from blank as a Power Apps portal. After 30 minutes provisioning of the website in the Power Apps portal, a website is going to be built. Power Apps automatically generated in your Power Apps with default UI design, and you can add website contents without controlling coding line. As you can see, there is a portal management. So the portal management app is automatically generated in your apps, which allows you to manage and control the website created in Power Apps portal. So all pages of the website are controlled and managed in the portal, manage the app based on model-driven app. You can add all contents on the website through the menu. Web pages, you can define all relations in web link sets in addition. So web pages and web link sets are the major parts that you need to concern about. That's it. So your website is ready. So after editing some contents, please click sync configuration and browse the website. So website is already published on the website as soon as it is provisioned. It's really amazing. So you need to prepare a registration form after that. So this is the event registration form. So a registration form should be made. The URL of the registration form will be provided as soon as it is created. So you should make questions about the information you want to obtain, including the purpose of the application and the applicant's name and the email. So keep that in mind that marketing sessions consist of two options. So all pages of the website are controlled and managed in the portal managed app based on module driven. So you can add it all. So the third step is to make calendar files for each option. So the first thing you need to do is create a schedule and create an ICS file. When creating a schedule, make sure that participants prepare in advance with the necessary materials and the contents so that there is no confusion in the actual event. I had two options for participants to choose, so marketing session 1 and 2. So I needed 2 ICS files for each event. So ICS file will be imported from the automation system and attached to the email. Therefore, you should upload the schedule ICS file to the SharePoint public group channel and share it with SharePoint. So the first step is creating SharePoint's list as database. So you need to create a SharePoint list for the participants' information. All the contents received from the registration form will be saved in a SharePoint list. So please create the same columns in the SharePoint list to match these response values to the columns. The fifth step, in this flow with Power Automate, I need to make this process automated. So in this automated process flow, the even website is connected to the registration form. When registration is submitted in forms, the flow will receive a response and retrieve the contents of the form's response. So in the following process, the flow allows the form's response contents to be delivered to SharePoint list. With importing the ICS file stored in SharePoint, automatically the flow sends a participation email to all attendees. So go to Power Automate website and click the Create button to choose Automated Cloud Flow. So there are 4 steps in total. So in the summary, when a new response is submitted from the marketing registration form, the trigger operates the following actions: getting response details from the form, and then this is followed by the next action of editing a new row in the SharePoint list. And then in the options action, even ICS file content is going to be retrieved in the flow by the action and attached in the next action of sending an email in both. So the trigger, which is the first action, retrieves form ID by clicking the drop down, which makes you explore the file you want to find. So this is followed by the next action, getting the response details from the form, like a response ID considered as a unique ID. So in the next section, so each response detail is matched to each section or column in the SharePoint list. So in the option action, the follow depends on the choice of the participant. So if the participant select marketing session 1, so the flow goes to the first option. On the other hand, it goes to the other option when the participant choose marketing session 2. So in each flow, two actions belong. The event file contents is going to be retrieved in the flow by the action and attached in the next action of sending an email in both. So then I have tested the automation process as well. So as a start, go to the landing page of the website that I am hosting through Power Apps portal. The event website is connected to the registration form. So go to the blue one that shows event registration, the page. It leads you the page. So the event website, the blue one, the sky blue one, is connected to the registration form with hyperlink. So please click one of the hyperlinks which are connected to the event registration form. So that leads you the event registration. So this is connected to the form. After filling in the form with all required questions, and then click the submit button. So when a registration is submitted in forms, the flow will receive a response. So after the filling out the application form, check if the application is saved in the SharePoint list. And then we tested whether the scheduled ICS file and the necessary contents are well delivered to the applicants by email. So you can check the follow status, whether this workflow, whether this flow worked properly or not. When the trigger is activated, that means a new response is submitted from the marketing registration form. This causes the next action. So it calls the next action of getting response details, and then it followed by the next action of adding a new role in the SharePoint list site. This flow is divided into two by the answers of a participant. In the options section, the flow depends on the choice of a participant. If a participant selects the marketing section 1, the flow goes to the first option. On the other hand, it goes to the other one. So finally, this process flow automatically sends a participation email to participants or attendees. It's really amazing. So now I would like to present the real website, Power Apps, and Power Automated Flow on the web in real time to show how the automatic flow works through Power Platform. Here it is. So this is the Power Apps portal, so I can edit all the contents and everything here. So this is the first landing page. So on the top right, so there is also the configuration. So you need to sync a configuration as well. So as soon as you are clicking this button, so it syncs well in real-time website. So if you want to the Go website that actually works, so if you click this one, you can go to the page like this. So this is the landing page that the customers or attendees can see. So this is the landing page, so we need to go to the event registration page as well by clicking, and then so it leads you the registration page. So there are two options, marketing promotion and the marketing collaboration with partners. So you can choose one of these. So just I can show you. So if you click, so it is connects to the event registration form. So you need to fill out the form. So with your name and your organization name as well, and the email address. And also you can choose one of these marketing sessions too. So, and then of course you can clicking the ticking the questions, ticking the answers for the question, and then submit. And then the action triggers the first one. This is the trigger. So when a new response is submitted from the marketing registration form, so it retrieves all the information from the form, and then so it shows also the ID, the response ID. Each response has its unique ID. So it takes the response ID, and so it goes to the next step, and then so when you add a new row in the SharePoint list, so it can also match it one by one in the SharePoint. So it matches all the values to the columns too. So it takes all the information and save it into the SharePoint. So next step, so it divides into if it is yes or if it is not. So when a participant choose the marketing section number 1, it goes to the if yes, and then it takes some steps like taking the contents from the SharePoint that I've saved. So it is going to retrieve the file contents of which is related to marketing number 1. So and then so it also activates the next step by sending an email. So by attaching the content file in here and then sends it away. Of course, so if the participant choose the marketing section number 2, it goes to the if it is not, and then so it works in the same way as well. So it sends the email with the attached file. It's really amazing, isn't it? So and then you can see the results of all. So if you go to the SharePoint, you can see all of the information that participants gave. So it is automatically saved, and also you can save safely, and you can destroy it all at once if you do not want to store it anymore. It's really amazing. So so actually, I finished the event arrangement with automatic flow through Power Platform. I showed you event arrangements with automatic flow. So this is a sum of my. I really wanted to share my experiences with Power Platform. So when I dealing with business operations, I had lots of pain points. So it makes me sometimes really crazy with the pain points. But I try to find ways to solve the problem, and finally find ways to activate, to automate, and Power Platform was the answer. So I applied the Power Platform into my business workflow, and then I could build websites and automation process as well. So finally completed the registration process in my business workflow. So now you can make your own website and apps easily and quickly with Power Platform. So just go to YouTube or Google and search Power Platform, or you can just visit Microsoft or 2 websites that I'm hosting. So just do it now. You can automate whatever you want. So thank you for watching this live event, Microsoft Cloud account setup and the close example. So please subscribe and click like, and please comment on this live event in this channel, Microsoft Developer Korea. Thank you for watching. See you later.